Ter Stegen versus Barcelona and the 40 million euro contract war fully explained. Disclaimer, this is not going to be my opinion on this matter. I already uploaded a short, YouTube short, basically going off on Ter Stegen in my opinion. I would pin it down below in the comments if you want to know that. This is purely all the facts between Barcelona and Ter Stegen. Every single day at Barcelona, there's a new problem. And the latest, it's not a forward striker, it's not a left back, it's a goalkeeper. And Marc-André Ter Stegen, the captain, the veteran, the guy who's supposed to bleed for the badge, right? And is now in a cold war with the club. Do you want drama? Do you want mismanagement? You want a perfect case study of why Barcelona is in a financial hell? This is it. Last season, final game against Athletic Club, Ter Stegen was healthy, ready to play, and Barcelona benched him. Why does that matter, you ask? Well, because if he had played one more game, funny enough, he would have hit 60% appearances, which basically means and earns 3.5 million euros in bonuses, right? They didn't play him, so he didn't get this money. Now, imagine being that guy, the captain, and your club basically blocks your payday over one match. That's not just frustrating, let's be honest, that's a little disrespectful too. As much as we criticize Ter Stegen, I kind of side with him on this one, to be honest. Now let's go back 3 years though, because this is where Barcelona really messed it up. Barcelona and Ter Stegen agreed to a 6-year contract, but not a normal one. To help the club survive the pandemic was essentially, right? He accepted less money up front. In exchange for more money later and more years as well. And now we're in the later part. And the only reason why he did that, Ter Stegen point of view is like, I get more years under contract and I can stay at Barcelona for longer time. That's what the whole point of this contract was. And Barcelona owes Ter Stegen 40 million euros between now and 2028. That's the price of kicking the can down the road, right? And that's what basically Barcelona is going through right now. And now that bill is due. The club doesn't want to pay Ter Stegen, so it creates this tension between Ter Stegen and Barcelona. It wasn't just the money. It's how it's been handled in the locker room and basically between Ter Stegen and Barcelona. When he came back from that injury, he reportedly demanded to start in the semifinal versus Inter Milan. The club obviously said no, and it caused more tension between Ter Stegen and the club. He's the captain, but when the team won a trophy as well, he didn't speak. He didn't celebrate. He didn't show leadership, even though every captain is supposed to show leadership and speak to the team and the fans at that time. He didn't do that either. That was really what started to tick me off about Ter Stegen, to be honest with you. And when you combine that with the money drama, you've got a full-blown war inside the dressing room between Ter Stegen and Barcelona. And this summer, Barcelona, right? To add on top of that, they signed Joan García, a clear signal that the club was looking for a new goalkeeper number one. But instead of clarity, we get chaos. We now have a goalkeeper room of Ter Stegen, Iñaki Peña, Szczesny, and Joan García. And to make it worse, Ter Stegen, right? He needed surgery. Once again, from basically a setback from an injury he had last season. He comes out himself and says, I'm going to be out only 3 months. That's not normal. Players don't announce their own recovery timelines. Barcelona says it'll be 4 to 5 months. So now they're not even on the same page about his injury. Reportedly, Ter Stegen, when he was having the injury, the surgery, didn't even speak with Barcelona medical staff and didn't want them to even travel with him for some reason. So, Barcelona asked Ter Stegen to sign the official medical report after the surgery. surgery was successful, and he refused. They scheduled meetings with him. He didn't show up. So now everything is being handled by his representatives because the relationship is completely broken. And here's why this matters. Without his signature, La Liga doesn't accept an injury report. And if La Liga doesn't accept it, Barcelona can't use his salary to free up the fair play space. If La Liga does accept it, Barcelona gets to use 80% of the 40 million euros of his salary to register Rashford, Joan García, and Roony Bardghji. Can you imagine? That's enough to register 3 players. So yes, Ter Stegen spent literally blocking Barcelona's entire transfer plan. That's literally where we are right now. My only question will be why to Barca, right? And here's the twist though. Now we're talking to La Liga's role and Tebas being a factor. Barcelona pushed hard to register Dani Olmo last season. We ruffled some feathers with Javier Tebas, with La Liga president. Now he's not exactly looking up to help us to do anything. So when Ter Stegen refuses to sign the document, guess what? La Liga says we're not accepting this medical report unless the player signs it, which I don't know. If it's a medical report, why do you need a player signature? I guess it's a technicality, but when La Liga is not doing you any favors, they're going to look for every single loophole to deny Barcelona and just to make Barcelona's life hell, which means this isn't just a player versus club. It's also La Liga versus Barça. Again, yes, it's going to be crazy. Barcelona, there's always something. Okay, so now let's talk about the root of the problem: bad contracts. Let's be honest, this is all could have been avoided. The only reason we're in this mess is because these backloaded contracts, so irresponsible that later on, as the years go by, they're essentially going to catch up with you. Barca keeps moving money around like it's a shell game or something, or like it's FIFA. Push it to later, restructure the deal, worry about it down the line, right? Well, guess what? Down the line is right now. And same story with Umtiti. I don't know who remembers him, but Barcelona wanted him out. He chose to stay, and Barcelona had to pay him to leave. Same thing with Jordi Alba. Same thing. We literally had to pay these people to leave, these players. And it's the way that this can be avoided is to just stop handing out bad contracts. Barcelona truly never learns. Now, let's talk about Europe versus America when it comes to contract difference. Okay, here's something that fans outside of Europe need to understand. Okay, in Europe, football contracts are fully guaranteed, which is, I don't know why. Teams just need to be smarter, like NFL teams and NBA, because if you cut a player, you still owe every cent of that, and the money still comes towards your cap. In the NFL or NBA, you cut a guy and only pay what's guaranteed. You create cap space and you move on. Barcelona can't do that. They're stuck unless the player agrees to leave or takes less money. And right now, Ter Stegen isn't doing neither of these two things. And quite frankly, the lesson here, it's a 40 million goalkeeper, a ruined relationship, a blocked transfer window, and La Liga president waiting to make things worse. This isn't about Ter Stegen. This is about a club that keeps gambling on short-term fixtures, and it's shock when the debt finally shows up at the front door, right? When those debt collectors start knocking on your door, Barcelona gets shocked, and when you just kicking the can for later down the road, you can't keep moving salaries into the future and expect no consequences. And unless this board or any future board learns that lesson, Barcelona will stay trapped into the same cycle year after year after year after year, my friends. So, guys, thank you for watching until the end of this breakdown. If you enjoy it, if you find this helpful, please do me a favor. Why don't you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a Kool-Aid who thinks that we can just cut contracts like we're in FIFA mode right now. Comment down below. What would you do with Ter Stegen? Would you sell him? Would you keep him? Or would you strip the captaincy away from this bum? More videos are coming up just like this one. So if you enjoy this content, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And guys, I'll catch you guys in a soon to release video. And guys, VISCA Barça.